Ready to take things to a new level? This is Level On Up with Sadia.
Welcome, Amy Sheppard. How are you going?
I'm good. I'm glad we got to have a chat. Please forgive me. I'm in the car at the moment, but I'm on the run today. Just getting organised to head back to Nashville tomorrow.
Well, you've recently moved to Nashville, but you're back in the country at the moment. You're a very busy woman between Amy Sheppard and Sheppard. You got a lot going on.
I do. We just got back from Sydney because Sheppard's just dropped a new single. So we're in Sydney doing like morning shows and interviews, and now back in Brizzy today before a flight to Nashville tomorrow. So lots of juggling going on, but for the most part it works. But definitely it's catching up with me today. You know how you got to pack and all that stuff, but having lots of fun along the way. It's never a dull moment.
Well, speaking of no dull moments, you were a bit cheeky last time you had a chat with me because I think it was only about a week or maybe even a month later you appeared on The Masked Singer.
Oh, of course. Yes. Oh, my goodness. That was so much fun. But had to obviously keep it very quiet and under wraps, which was really difficult. It's really hard to not tell everybody,
Was there some compliments on people being mistaken for? Was there any highlights on who you were mistaken for?
Yeah, people were like, oh, I think it's Natalie Imbruglia. I think it's Vanessa Amorosi. I was like, oh, and then someone did pick up on the country. Someone was like, oh, I think it's Jewel. Or it's someone in country because I can hear like a bit of a twang, like a bit of a yodel. And I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. But no one guessed me. But I was happy to be compared to any of those singers.
So under those masks would be quite warm under there.
It was stinking hot. The mask is really heavy. And you are singing live, like it's all legit. And so it is really challenging to try. And then you've got choreography and whatever else. You do it multiple times and it's just like, it really takes it out of you. But so fun as well. Such a cool experience. I'm so honoured that I got to do that at least once in my lifetime. So
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Is that next? Or some sort of Ready, Steady, Cook? I don't know if they accept celebrities, but, Yeah.
MasterChef. I'm a terrible cook, but it could make for some good entertainment. I don't know how I would go in the jungle. I hate camping and eat. I don't think I would like I don't like heights, So that would be my biggest fear.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I've seen some of the crazy challenges they have to do, and that terrifies me.
And congrats on the latest single, Small Town Rumours. That's doing great guns. I can only assume you're very proud of that one.
Yeah, it's number 2 on Country Town this week, behind Lainey Wilson, who's obviously the queen. She's amazing, so I'm really, really happy with that result. Like, it's just amazing to know that people are loving the song, and it's just watching it climb has been so exciting. So, we'll see what happens in the coming weeks, but I mean, that's a pretty big highlight in my career to have a single do that well, and people are loving it.
Well, not that you have to worry about small town rumours, but industry rumours. What's the craziest rumour you've heard about yourself?
Oh, look, people always will come up with the crazy, crazy things like, I had a friend who knew her and they went to their house and it looks like this and that. And we've had people say that we're like in a cult because we're siblings and our last name's Sheppard, so we must be like crazy religious, and all of these weird things are just not true. So people will always find something to say on the rumour mill. I'm no stranger to the rumour mill, but you know what? At the end of the day, if you can go to bed knowing that you're a good person and you have a good opinion of yourself, I think that really is all that matters.
Well, I mean, now that you've put that other one out about the cult, I can see how they'd come to that. No, joking.
I know, right? It's so weird. I think because our last name's Sheppard, our music is really uplifting. So a lot of people are like, they must be like some, organisation. No, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, we're just normal people.
Well, I'm all for spreading the love and the positivity. And both yourself and Sheppard combined as a group seem to do a really good job of that. I think you've got a new album or an EP coming out on that project soon. Well, you're working on it now, aren't you?
Sorry, with Sheppard, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have finished our album. It's all down to timing now. We want to obviously be back in the country to promote it. So we're thinking mid-year. It's coming really soon. We've just got to pick like the right date that's going to work. obviously no public holidays and all of that. So we've been looking at the calendar with management, and we have settled on a date, but I can't announce it yet. But it is coming mid-year, and it's all organised. It's ready to go, so fans can expect new music. We did just drop Edge of the Earth, which is the big single from the album, so I hope everyone's loving that.
Well, we've been loving it for the last week, 2 weeks, I think it's been released.
Yeah, nearly 2 weeks. Yeah.
So how do you juggle it? Like, and band normally will take 2 to 3 years to release an album. You've got Sheppard, and then you've got, obviously, yourself, Amy Sheppard, as a solo career. Do you do the whole, we're not going to release it here because it's going to conflict with this, or does the schedule work relatively well?
Schedule's been working really well so far. I haven't had to move anything. I just do a lot of the interviews and stuff in pockets of my time, and it's just busy. Like, I feel like I don't have any days off anymore, which is and if I do, I've got to schedule them in, which is fine. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm sure in the future there are going to be clashes, but we'll make it work. Like, you just have to handle those things as they come up, and just really focusing on getting music out to the world and doing as many shows as we possibly can.
And it sounds like you've got a very supportive family/friends in order to make all this work.
Of course, yeah. I mean, with Amy Sheppard project, it's just an extension of what we already do in Sheppard, and I think it all complements each other. And my success is their success. And yeah, I've got a wonderful husband who he works online, thank goodness, so he can travel with me. And Emma's husband is like Sheppard's tour manager, and so we've got really supportive family, and I think that makes all the difference, and that's how we've really been able to sustain this 10-year career.
Now, you've been releasing some videos on TikTok and Facebook about time living over in America. A good friend of mine finds them absolutely hilarious. Did you think that you would be spending 2 or 3 TikToks just on how toilets flush?
I know, it's so funny. I can't believe the reaction they've had. I did one video just because I noticed like some really interesting differences, and I didn't think it would be that interesting, but people really loved it. Were laughing, and they're like, we love these, we're here for the story. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do a series on it, because I have a few others up my sleeve. And so doing these videos periodically, and it's really fun to do, but it does get some Americans riled up, but I don't need any harm. Like, I love living in America. There's so many great things about living in America. I'm just like pointing out the differences about the way the toilet flushes, or the fact that they don't have hot cross buns in the supermarket, which is crazy.
That was going to be my next question. Have you managed to stock up on the hot cross buns since being back home in Australia?
When I was living here, I didn't really go crazy for hot cross buns. I was like, I might have one if mum offers it or whatever, but since being back, I've been like, I need them. I need the hot cross. And I've just been going hot cross bun crazy, like trying all the flavors. It's like once you can't have it, you really miss it in your life. So going back tomorrow, so I've got to stock up, have a few before I go.
What's one of Australia's delicacies that you've missed the most when you're over in the States?
What's funny? I'm going to make a video about all the things that, because my series is called Things in America That Make Australians Go, But now I want to do a few videos that are like things in Australia that make Americans go, And one of the things I've noticed is sushi here is so different in Australia than it is the States. In the States, they don't have chicken sushi. They don't have cooked tuna sushi. The sushi they have is all pretty much raw fish and scallop and prawn. They don't have chicken sushi at all, and they don't have sushi in a stick. You know how it's they cut their sushi because that's how you're meant to do it in Japan. But here we just have sushi, grab and go. But in America, it's a bit more sit down dinner delicacy. So that's going to be my next video.
So naturally, you and your siblings have moved over to the States because of music. What's a bit of the difference between music culture in the States versus here in Australia?
Music, we live in Nashville, so it's Music City, and it's so rich, I will say. Australia is very far away from the rest of the world, so we do have, our industry is a little bit more insular, which is great. We have amazing talent here, but I feel like being a musician is a little more niche. When we go over there, it's just abundant, and we're writing with different people every single day. So there are benefits to being over there, and we love Australia and we love the industry. But yeah, I think the biggest difference is the abundance of music over there. Which is why we moved. We just wanted to surround ourselves in the rich culture of Music City.
And Nashville is renowned for country music artists, but there's a lot of other artists from other different genres that go there to record as well.
Yeah, that's right. It's one of the fastest growing cities in America, especially for music. It's not just country music, although, originally it was famous for country. Now more than ever, people are moving from LA because it's a great lifestyle. It's, in LA, songwriting sessions start at 1:00 and they finish into the night. Whereas in Nashville, it's like everyone's got families and they want to be done by 5 p.m. So it's more of like a 9 to 5 kind of thing, which I love. Like, I'm not really a night owl, so I really love the lifestyle there. But people are moving to Nashville every day. So it's lots of pop music, lots of country. Plus, it's really central. So you can just drive north, south, east, or west, and you're in another city, and it's really easy to tour from.
Not that she's based in Nashville at the moment, but she might go home occasionally. You happen to run into somebody like Kelly Clarkson along your travels?
Not yet. Who have I run into? I saw James Bay across the table from me one time, and I love him. I've seen Gwyneth Paltrow in Nashville, and Apple, her daughter. And then we went to the CMAs as well, which was amazing. So I got to see all the country artists there. One of my idols, Lainey Wilson, was performing, Chris Stapleton, everyone, obviously, Luke Combs was there. Everybody was there. So it was a huge night and really, really exciting because that was one of the first things we did. We got tickets to the CMAs, and amazing. So cool.
Naturally, you've got a high profile in the music industry, but how is it for someone like yourself coming across, people like James Bay, who you are a fan of their work and what they do?
I love it. It's just like I want to go up to him because I have actually met James Bay, just like in our time with Sheppard, but I don't think he would remember who we were. And you do want to respect their privacy as well. So I didn't go up to him, but I really, really love the way he writes. And sometimes you do just want to be like, huge fan, but also you don't want to, they're eating dinner. You don't really want to invade their privacy.
I feel like you'd have a little bit more room than the rest of us because you could walk up and go, "Hey, James, let's do a song."
They'd be like, "Can you leave me alone?"
Who are you? What?
Yeah. I get a bit shy.
So you've got a big trek ahead of you. You've got to get on the plane, big flight, head back over to Nashville. What is next for Amy Sheppard?
Look, I've got so many songs up my sleeve. I can't wait to release them. I wanted to release an album because I have enough songs for an album, but now that I'm in Nashville, I just know that there are going to be so many more songs born. I've already as I said, I'm writing 5 days a week, and I don't want to rush it because I know there are great, even better songs on the way. So, I think, but you fans can definitely expect more singles. I'm going to release single after single after single until I feel really ready in releasing a body of work I'm really proud of. So stay tuned with that because there's lots of music on the way.
Any duets with James Bay, or that's not on
Let's see, I'll have to hit him up. That's in the future. We're meeting really cool people every day, so we'll see.
And maybe even Sheppard themselves might make a guest appearance. Is that possible?
Never say never. Amy Sheppard times Sheppard.
I mean, I'm sure you might know someone who could hook you up with the band members of Sheppard.
See, if they're lucky enough, I might say yes.
Good old sibling rivalry, hey? Well, thank you, Amy. A pleasure as always, and keep up the great work, and can't wait to see what you and Sheppard have in store for us in the not-so-distant future.
Thank you so much. Lots of music on the way. So stay tuned, follow us on socials, and hopefully we'll get to a city near you.
And don't forget to check out Amy's TikToks while you're there.
Yes, yeah. Lots of laughs to be had.